All right, first stop is Vanguard Key Club. This place has 5 different locations in North Shore. My favorite place is the one here in Newburyport, and we're gonna try it out. So today we're gonna do a leg and ab day. I'm gonna try to create the most effective leg and ab workout I can assemble here. And as we keep going to all these gyms, if these machines keep adding up, those will be the ones that'll be in my gym, that I'm gonna basically implement into my gym.
Is there a benefit of doing single legs on these, or?
So this is great. This is a great machine because they're already single. So even if I do a double, like watch, it's separate. See the separate? It's plate loaded. So it's different. But if you do both, you want to do single because your dominant side is probably doing most of the work and your weakest side is mostly coasting. I would say your dominant side is doing probably 70% of it, and the weakest side is probably doing 30 when you do double stuff. So if you do single, you're getting 100% of the workload. Yeah, for my physique, all I really need is bigger calves, and I would say probably, no, my quads are decent. I don't really need big quads. I don't want those big, I'm not gonna compete. So I would say just my calves everyone, everyone's like, no, you need more than that. But for me, my liking, I feel like every single muscle group is developed except my calves. I would like maybe 5 pounds, 2-3 pounds of my calves. And that's everybody. You ask anybody, I'll say that. So when it comes to reps in sets, if it's a larger muscle group, I'll probably do 3 sets of each, maybe 4, depends. Like if they're squats, I always do 4. But the smaller muscle groups that I like to hit, like biceps, abs, triceps, I like to hit those in different angles. So I'll only do 3 sets. So if the muscle has a lot of different angles, I'll do multiple sets, like 4 sets, 4 different exercises. Not as much sets, I incorporate more different exercises that hit different angles. But if like a muscle group like chest, it only has 3 angles. Glutes, primarily 2. So I don't really focus too much. I focus on the weight and basically shorter reps, smaller reps, than more angles and volume. Just single calf raise. Everything you do, most likely, singles are the best. When you do doubles, one's always somewhat doing more than the other. So if you got the time and you want to get stronger, more efficient, always try to do single. I do both, but you always want to implement single work more. Yeah, so if you're training at hypertrophy and your reps are from 6 to 8, you're not going to be able to recover. You're creating micro tears, major micro tears, and that's going to take at least 3 days. So the reason that you only should train the muscle twice a week is that it's almost training hard. If you work out, you can train 3 times a week, but if you're training hard, you're tearing muscle tissue, it's gonna take you at least 2 days to recover properly without being injured. If you are training as frequently, you're at a higher risk of injury. And if you get injured, you can't build muscle. Yeah, the reason I do push-pull legs is so that right now I'm gonna start to add weight. I'm gonna start putting on muscle mass. So you wanna target the muscle, you wanna hit the same muscle group twice in 1 week. It'd be very impossible to hit legs twice or muscle group twice if you're doing a 5-day split. So push-pull legs, you're able to hit the same muscle group twice in 1 week. If you're training 6 days a week. Right now, I'm gonna do push-pull legs 6 days a week. Yeah, these machines, man, the pulleys on these machines is just so much smoother, and they target just hits the back in so many different angles, and I can feel it. Because I got 4 different gym memberships. So I hit all these machines, and the Nautilus, it's a completely different sensation. Yeah, so the gym is nice, kind of dead in there. Needs some energy, needs some people in there, but Newburyport's kind of a quiet town anyways, not as busy. and it's off the beaten path. The main, I would say downtown, so it's not a great ideal location, but it's a solid gym. It needs probably some new equipment. I would say some modifications here and there, but overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, for what it is, it's not really an upscale gym. It's kind of keyless entry, get a workout. For what it is, I'm gonna give it an 8. It's solid. You can get a solid workout. I have zero, I guess, complaints. Yeah, I have zero complaints about the place. The place is nice and clean. It's perfect. I would say an 8. Yeah, so I'll see you on the next push workout. We're gonna hit up a different location. Vanguard has another one in Northampton, and we're gonna try that location, and we'll do a push workout on there. See you there. So we're here at Vanguard Key Club in Northampton. It's a little far, but yeah, we started from the top. You want to start from the top of north. I'm not gonna go, I think half hour, 40 minutes is kind of where I want to keep it to. So we just kind of seeing what's around. I like the Vanguard Key Club. If you have gym membership, you have access to all 5 memberships. So if you live in the North Shore area, it's a great gym membership. It's dead, it's great. If you're depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a solid workout and you're looking for a nice gym, nice and clean, this place is definitely it. I like the taller ceilings on this one, this location. They have everything. They got 120 dumbbells to max. They got the double cables. They got Smith. They got squat racks. They got every single squat thing you can find. Definitely a solid gym. For me, a gym membership is all about basically, obviously location. You want to be as consistent as possible, right? So you want to be able to get a workout in the radius of half hour to, I would say, for me, because I'm a little more extreme, I say 25 minutes is probably the longest duration you want to kind of go for a workout. You don't want to drive further back and forth than what you work out. Shoulders and buys is because most people, when they do push, they do chest, shoulders, and triceps. I don't want to tear down my secondary push muscle, the tricep, because that's what you're doing. If you're doing shoulders, right, you're pushing. Secondary is tricep. So if you do your tricep, you're going to be fatigued when you're doing a push exercise, even if you're pushing or doing shoulders. So I don't want my secondary muscle group to be fatigued. So I separate them. When I do push, I do biceps. And then when I pull, I do triceps. So that way, my secondary muscle group is fully ready to go support me while I train. Workout, second workout, the Vanguard Key Club. It's solid. This one's nicer. I like the higher ceilings. It's more lighting. It's nicer. This one's nicer than the one in Newburyport, but I like Newburyport nicer than I like Northampton, so location is everything. But this gym, for what it is, it's a solid gym. It has everything you need. It's a little quiet. For me to rate this a higher end on the 10 or 9, you need some type of training, some energy, some type of more of newness, something that's kind of dull in there. But for a workout, if you're just going in to work out in and out, it's a solid 8 out of 10.